My project is on Keorapetse Kgositsile. Keorapetse is a South African poet born on September 19, 1938, in Johannesburg, South Africa. He was also a political activist and a member of the African National Congress in the 60s and 70s. He lived in exile in the United States from 1962 to 1975, which was also the peak of his literary career. During that time era, he was known for reading his poems in New York City jazz clubs. He wrote a poem called Mandela's Sermon, referring to Nelson Mandela's presidency. Blessed are the dehumanized, for they have nothing to lose but their patience. False gods kill the poet in me. Now I dig graves with artistic precision. Keorapetse grew up in an all-white neighborhood and was discriminated against as a child. It all started when his membership at a boxing club was declined because of his skin color. He attended Matabane High School in Johannesburg, as well as in other parts of the country. During that time, he was able to find books by Langston Hughes and Richard Wright, and influenced by them as well as European writers. He began writing stories, though not yet with any intention of doing so professionally. After high school, he got a job at the local newspaper factory. He contributed to the newspaper by both writing poetry and reporting. After moving to the United States in 1962, he studied at a series of universities, beginning with Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, where he spent a lot of time in the library trying to read as much black literature as he could lay his hands on. Kgositsile entered the Master of Fine Arts program in creative writing at Columbia University. At the same time, he published his first collection of poems, Spirits Unchained. The collection was well received, and Kgositsile was given a Harlem Cultural Council Poetry Award and a National Endowment for the Arts Poetry Award. He graduated from Columbia in 1971 and remained in New York teaching and giving his characteristically dynamic readings in downtown clubs as a part of the Uptown Black Arts movement. Jazz was crucial to Kgositsile's most influential idea. He saw John Coltrane, Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, B.B. King, and many others in jazz clubs of New York and wrote to them and of them in his poems. In July 1990, after 29 years of living in the United States in exile, Kgositsile returned to South Africa. He arrived in a country wholly different from the one he had left, transformed by the political triumph of Nelson Mandela. His grandson Tebby is also known as the young hip-hop artist Earl Sweatshirt of Odd Future. In a famous quote of his, he says, "All things come to pass when they do. If they do, all things come to their end when they do, as they do." His writings and poetry focus on Pan-African liberation. Pan-Africanism is a movement that seeks to unify African people or people living in Africa into one community. I believe that Keorapetse is one of the most influential African poets. Thank you for watching.